the Zoom?
Yeah. Yep. All right.
We're live. You did it.
Is it
It
working?
says it's live.
Okay. I was just gonna go look at it. You might wanna, I don't know if you can keep up with maybe if you see any comments pop up.
Yeah, let me we'll be in the chat.
Yeah, it should be like in the comments section.
All right.
I got to make sure that I'm looking at the right video thing though, with you and me on Zoom, not on the Facebook, because it's like, I don't know, a couple seconds behind. All right. Some people have given us a thumbs up that it's working. Sarah is here.
Perfect.
All right, good. We could trust Sarah. All right, guys, good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar with Two Brain Programming. I'm joined here by Brooks DiFiore. Brooks, how you doing this afternoon, man?
I'm well, Josh. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So just to kind of give everybody the lay of the land, we are recording this on Zoom, and we are also broadcasting live into our private Two Brain Coaches Facebook group. So you can either watch there, you can join the Zoom. The Zoom link is in one of the earlier posts that I made yesterday about this. All I would ask is that if you do jump into the Zoom meeting, just go ahead and hit mute on your mic so that we don't get any feedback or anything like that.
The only person who is not muted in the Zoom meeting is Vincent.
That's all right. I think I muted him, so we're good to go. All right, man. So what I wanted to do is just for an introduction, so people know who you are, is just I wanted to ask if you would tell your story. So I know quite a bit about you, but I'm sure that a lot of these people don't. So if you could kind of give us the short story of you and becoming a gym owner, and then all the way through to launching this amazing thing called Two Brain Programming.
Yeah. So my name is Brooks DiFiore. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I own a gym called Arsenal Strength. We opened in 2015. I started working with Chris and Two Brain in about 2014. Became a Two Brain mentor about this time last year is when we officially launched. So just like every other Two Brain gym, we do personal training, group classes, nutrition. Those are our pillars, online coaching. In about 2016, we started a company called Beyond RX that was basically a piece of software that automated program design for clients based on their particular goals. So it would essentially go and build for you an ideal program for someone who wanted to do weight loss, get stronger, or just improve their fitness. You could select the days, the equipment they had at home, their limitations, and all that stuff. Long story short, that was a good business lesson. It fell apart shortly after its inception, and the project kind of got put in the box for about 2 to 3 years. And every time I was talking to Chris, he would kind of like nudge me, like, when are you going to get this going again? And then, lo and behold, COVID hits, right? And now everybody needs online personal training and their own programs. So we wanted to make sure that we had an elegant system for our coaches to, one, really understand how to deliver the why of a workout to a particular client, but also make it so that we completed 99% of the work for them. And the only thing they had to do was continue developing that personal relationship.
Yeah.
Right. So the system that we have. So just like we do with two brain programming right now, and we'll go into what it is, obviously, we wrote out 3 avatar briefs for weight loss, general fitness, increased strength, and we put it all into True Coach and said, here you go, just match it up with what the client needs, customize it, and then focus on building that relationship with them. And then that just snowballed into what is now two brain programming.
That's so awesome, man. I know, having been a mentor on the business side of Two Brain for a number of years now, one of the things that is a common topic especially like when you talk to somebody, brand new into our mentorship practice is they realize really quickly how many different hats they wear as the business owner. And one of the hats that we know in the fitness industry that, we wear is that of programmer. And talking to people about how much time they're actually spending on programming is just completely eye-opening for a lot of them when they actually start to track, how much time is it that you are actually spending on this thing? And then what is the return and the value for your time?
And if you're really putting in everything that needs to be done. So Vincent Camps, who's on the call, he's our head programmer. In between the two of us, it's easily 5 hours a week, right? And I actually just wrote a blog post that's on twobrainprogramming.com. It's like, what's the actual cost of not outsourcing your programming, right? What can you be doing during that time? Because if you really want to do it right, and especially if you have a team and you need session plans and you need straight lines of communication and you need things to be organized, and you need timelines, coaching notes, everything else, it's a full-time job in and of itself.
Yeah. I like that you did kind of start to lay that out and paint the picture of, what it actually is. So why don't you tell us a little bit about, two brain programming? What is it? What are people getting, from it?
Yeah. So two brain programming, it's a programming product you would see, in a lot of other places. It comes with 2 tracks, comes with an in-person and a remote. There's a WOD for each and a skill and strength for each. Where we are different is rather than saying, hey, this is how you complete a workout, we want you to complete 5 rounds of this, or the goal is to go as heavy as possible today, right? Just this broad why for something. We break it down into why should a particular client be doing this particular workout. So we give 3 separate avatar briefs for every single workout. We give a weight loss brief, a general fitness brief, and an increased strength brief.
So to me, what it really sounds like is instead of the programming that you're delivering being workout focused, you are delivering something that is client focused.
That's exactly it, right? So if you look at like a workout focused program, it's going to say if the goal of the workout is X, then the client needs to do Y. Essentially what we're saying is if the goal of the client is X, then the client needs to do Y, and the workout shouldn't matter.
That's such a amazing kind of realization that you guys had to make it like that, because, from the Two Brain coaching perspective, that's one of the things that, we've been teaching for so long is you got to be able to explain the why, and not just explain it like, hey, this is why I wrote this workout, but it's more about the explaining the why is for the client is, you have this goal, here is why, you are going to do this.
Yeah, here's why you're going to do this, and here's how you're going to do this too. Because especially in a group setting, like you're not going to completely change or modify a workout, right? You're just going to say, okay, if you're someone who wants to lose weight and you need to be moving at a more consistent pace throughout the workout and you don't want anything to slow you down, then we need to go with a lighter to moderate weight that's going to allow you to move unbroken. If you have someone who wants to get stronger, well, they don't need to be moving nearly as fast as the person who wants to lose weight. So we can afford to go a little bit heavier, take a little bit more time on each round, but increase the overall volume of weight that they're lifting.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned the 3 different avatar briefs a couple of times now. How did you come up with those, and why those 3?
those are the goals of 99% of the clients who come in, right? They want to lose weight, they just want to get fit, or they want to increase strength. Now, most clients who come in, they have this goal right? So it's, I want to lose weight and I want to run a marathon. So really where the magic of the avatar briefs comes in is we've done 99% of the work for you. You should just be customizing that 1% to really make it unique to that person, right? This is how it's going to help you lose weight, and this is how it's going to help you run that marathon.
So can you give me an example? I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but like if I'm a coach and, two brain programming is what we use, and, I've got a day on the board where we're doing some, heavy squatting. What does the avatar brief look like? Can you give me like just a general?
Yeah. So for someone who is like a general fitness client, we might say something like having a strong lower body is a necessity in our lives, right? It's what helps us get out of bed. It's what helps us get off the toilet. It's what helps us get in and out of our desk. We need to be able to squat, right? And we need to be able to squat some sort of load. If we're gonna have a strength athlete, it'll be similar, but we're gonna tie it into, their actual development with whatever their strength goal is, right? So if they want to improve their Olympic lifting total, we're just gonna say, obviously, if we want to clean 300 pounds, we need to be able to front squat 300 pounds.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be good enough of a why there. For a weight loss client, we might get like a little bit more aesthetically focused with it. So we might say something like, today we're going to be targeting our hips and glutes in a workout so that we can work on toning our lower body, something along those lines.
Yeah, that's such a unique one. I think that all of us coaches at some point or another have run up against that exact scenario where there is some sort of heavy weightlifting element, in the workout. And we've got the client that says, well, hold on, I'm not looking to get strong. I don't want to build a bunch of muscle. And if you've coached long enough, you can kind of speak to the things that you're talking about. But what I love about this is, even for my coaches that are, really brand new, and so maybe their competency isn't super high, but we still want them to be super confident in what their competency is. And really what your avatar brief, it sounds like it's doing, is like giving them that competence that they can then be confident in.
We want them to be able to have a conversation with every single client and tell them why this applies to them. Like, so the way that it generally works, like at the whiteboard, is a coach is going to use probably like just the general fitness brief, right? Or maybe they'll read the room and they'll say, I have nothing but people who want to get stronger here. I'm going to deliver the strength beat, or the opposite for weightlifting. For weight loss. Whichever one you deliver for the actual whiteboard brief is fine. The other ones you should be using for these one-on-one conversations, after you've demoed the warm-up and you're just going through and you're kind of just talking to people, or like when they're like going through the skill strength portion, right? And they're kind of working on their own. You should be using the other avatar briefs to tell them why they should be doing what they're doing and how it's going to help them achieve their goals.
Got it. So, you've got this service where it's, here's your programming. How far out do you give the programming for people?
We give every month a week in advance. So for instance, February's programming is going to be released on January 24th. The whole thing, whether you're using it through Two Brain, we'll talk about the tiers in a moment, whether it's on Wattify or SugarWatt, it all gets uploaded there because we want you to have the freedom to customize it to your gym without having to wait until Saturday or Sunday when the programming gets uploaded just for 1 week. And then you have no idea what's coming around the corner and you don't know how to properly really adjust the programming to fit the needs of your gym.
Okay, so we could see the programming, a full month ahead of time, the week prior to that month. You've said that they're going to get the avatar briefs, and that's for every single workout. They're going to get avatar briefs.
Yep.
What else? What are some of the other things that come along with it?
Yeah, so we should probably go into like what the tiers are. So we have a tier 1 and a tier 2. If you're on our tier 1, it's the 2 workout tracks and the 3 avatar briefs. Okay. If you're on tier 2, it's the 2 workout tracks, the 3 avatar briefs, full session plans. We do quarterly done for you specialty courses. both get coaching development each month from Two Brain Coaching. And then tier 2 also gets SEM programming, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So daily programming on talking about sleep, eat, move, and manage.
Awesome. I want to hear more about the lesson plan because I never realized how important this was early on in my coaching journey for my development, actually understanding like, okay, if I've got 60 minutes to work with this group of people, I really need to reverse engineer, what needs to happen. And I took it for granted that people that mentored me early on in my career, like they did this with me and they walked me through it. But as I opened my gym, we've been open about 10 years now. I had been coaching so long up to that point that I didn't do any of the lesson plan. But what I recognized early enough into our gym being open was, wait a minute, something's missing. And I started teaching my coaches, how to do that, putting them together. So tell me what it actually looks like on the Two Brain programming front, what the lesson plan is.
So Vincent Camps, who's our programmer, he does an amazing job putting together their session plan. So you'll have a timeline for each class, right? You'll have all the elements broken down in there. For instance, the warm up, the skill strength, the workout, the cool down, accessory work. And you're going to have full coach's notes for each one, right? Saying this is how you transition from piece to piece. These are the things that you should be looking for as a coach. These are how you can modify, right? If you, if you need to cut some time, you can cut some time here. If you run over, things of that nature.
So I don't know how things are up in your neck of the woods in Pittsburgh, but I feel like the people at my gym down in Florida, we have to build in about 4 to 5 bathroom breaks at distinct points. Do you guys have that nailed into the lesson plan?
It's pre-WOD break, and it is always 4 minutes long, no matter what. We're running 45-minute classes right now, so we don't allow that. We're like, you got 1 minute, like go to the bathroom.
You got to go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so programming, avatar briefs, lesson plans. There was something else that you said. I'm sorry. What else?
The SEM programming is probably
okay. So yeah, tell me about that.
So daily content on like sleeping, eating, moving, and managing, right? So if we look at all 4 of those pillars, gyms as a whole, one, they're great at delivering the movement piece, right? Through fitness. Over the last few years, we've gotten much better at delivering nutrition, right? And the next evolution of that is stress management and sleep. And really, it's there to start the conversation with your clients and with your coaches as well. So one of the ways that we use the SEM content that you get daily is we use it as our social media calendar so that we can start putting this in front of our clients so that they know that they can talk to us about each of these things. And the SEM content is also broken down in our daily session plans too. So it's one of the first things you'll see. There's a topic on one of those pillars of SEM. And there's also a Mike Watson films a video to go along with it.
Yes. And so for those that don't know, Mike is one of our mentors on the Two Brain coaching side. He and Brooks have collaborated to put together this really beautiful integration of SEM programming with Two Brain programming.
Yeah. And it's, again, I think this is the same way that, we talk about like growing a nutrition program. Like your clients have to know that they have it. It's there, right? We have to be talking about it and it has to be in front of them all the time. It's going to be the same thing with stress management and sleep. They need to know that we are talking about it and we're there for them. But we also need our coaches to know that we want them to be talking to our clients about it so that we have a coach who can pick up that torch and be the expert in stress management or helping people sleep better so they can deliver that service through your business.
And so the next thing I want to ask you about, full transparency, this is completely selfish, but I'm huge into coaching development. Obviously, this is going out to Two Brain coaches. We started Two Brain coaching a while back. So for developing world-class coaches, tell me about the coach development process, in partnership with Two Brain coaching and Two Brain programming.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you are if you're certified in Two Brain coaching, all of the concepts that you learn within two brain coaching, this is what essentially is going to allow you to deliver it on a daily basis without having to think about it. Like it's just in front of your coaches or yourself every single day. So you always have this reminder that this is how you should be talking to your clients. Now we can even go further with that, right? If you're, let's say you're a newer gym, you don't have a nutrition program yet, or very few gyms have any stress management programs. Well, if you use the SEM content to start talking to clients and coaches about nutrition, and you want somebody who picks up the nutrition torch and be that nutrition coach in your gym, well, then they go to Two Brain Coaching to get certified in nutrition coaching or in stress management through Calm. So it really, if you're already within this system, right, within this universe, it's really a bridge that ties everything together.
Yeah, and I think the thing that I was so excited about from a coaching development standpoint is I've talked to so many gym owners this last several years, being a mentor with Two Brain, to know that owners were prior coaches, right? Like you probably were. I know I was. I ended up opening my gym. I was super passionate about it. And we probably started off with the best of intentions to continue to develop our coaching staff. But sooner or later, it just seems to kind of fall by the wayside. And so what we have really been excited to do is pick up that torch and help be a consistent presence for these coaches and owners at the gym to make sure that the coaches don't get complacent. One of the things that we learned, I'm sure that you saw this too through COVID, was the pendulum had swung so far to one side of like the business being really, really strong that when push came to shove and the service delivery needed to be a 10 out of 10, it wasn't, and so I love being able to integrate with you guys to say, hey, we're going to be a consistent presence for you if you choose that option to keep your coaches, continuing their development.
Yeah, because I mean, you guys talk about Two Brain Coaching, right? You have hard skills and you have soft skills. Like your hard skills are you're looking, you're coaching, you're cueing, you're identifying faults, those types of things, right? Your soft skills are the conversation that you're having with your clients. I think coaches development traditionally has always fallen on those hard skills, right? And those soft skills have kind of been left up to like, let's just hire somebody who has the best personality.
Yeah.
Right? Which is what you should do. But what we do with Two Brain programming, it really gives you that soft skill development every single day. Yep. Because it's teaching you how to better have these conversations with clients.
Yeah, and just so people can kind of get the picture in their head, what Brooks is talking about is there is actually, a coaching development piece directly from Two Brain Coaching that gives them prompts, that gives them things to work on. It's not just like, say this thing, it's no, here's how you can invest in relationship with your client. That's the way that we work on it.
Yeah.
So you hit on this a little bit in terms of how the programming is delivered, but can you dive back into that real quick for us?
Yeah. So the simplest way is it's delivered on twobrainprogramming.com. You can access both tiers through there. If you are a growth client with Two Brain Business, you get the tier 1 for free. It's in your roadmap. Just go to the group coaching highway. It's under milestone 5, and that's how you access it. It'll be delivered there every single month, and you get the month overview, as well as the 3 avatar briefs and a daily video brief from Vincent. Okay. If you're a tier 2 client, that's the first paid version. If you're a Two Brain client, there's a discount code in growth for you there. And that's how you access the avatar briefs, the done for you specialty courses, the SEM content, some more coach development pieces and things like that. And that's also if you want it uploaded to Wodify or SugarWod for you each month, you'll sign up through them using that same discount code. It'll bring the cost of it down from $199 to $129 a month.
Oh, okay, great. So like our gym is on Wodify. So if we wanted to go to tier 2, we could just do that. And then it would be preloaded right into our personal Wodify account.
Correct. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You just jogged my memory. I got to know more about the specialty programs. Well, tell me about that.
So I think if you're a two-brand gym, you're familiar with running specialty courses, right? We just make this much easier for your coaches to run. So we give you marketing assets for it, as far as like give you a blog post and an email blast, and then we have all the session plans built out for you, just like we would with our normal programming, minus the avatar briefs for the specialty course there. So we released one a quarter this week, or this quarter leading up to the Open. It's for gymnastics. So you can run a gymnastics course. You can help people get their first pull-ups, their first handstands, their first muscle-ups leading up to the Open. You can actually go, and that's you can download a free guide to that on our website right now.
Okay, and that's twobrainprogramming.com.
Yeah, twobrainprogramming.com. It's at the very bottom of the homepage.
Okay, awesome. So something that I think is pertinent to point out to coaches or even any owners that are listening to this at a later time is the value and the ROI of this whole thing. So at the top of the call, I talked about how much time I see people spending in just doing the programming for the group in and of itself. But then you add on top of it the professionalism of the lesson plans, the ongoing coaching development, and then you add in this piece with specialty programs. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but I can speak to this personally for my gym when we've run specialty programs. If you do it the right way, you basically could earn enough revenue to pay for a year of two brain programming with one really well-run specialty program.
Easily. And again, I wrote a blog post on this last week. If you just replace the 5 hours you spend a week programming with doing nothing but talking to current members, talking to potential members, and talking to old members, and you invest 5 hours a week into that, your ROI is going to be huge. It's going to be much more valuable than the time you're sitting behind a computer. The other thing that we recommend with specialty courses, and there's another blog post on here, is doing a hybrid version of a specialty course, because inevitably people are going to want more. I mean, I'm sure you get the question all the time after a specialty course, like, why can't this become a regular class?
Yes.
And it's because it falls off, people lose interest, right? Frustration sets in. The coach is like, why am I doing this for one person? Where if you add just a little bit of personal training to it, it makes it that much easier for people to continue with the personal training afterward. We talk about it again on the blog, but it was a good segue into it.
So hold on, personal training. Could you use the programming with PT clients?
You 100% can use this programming with personal training clients. If they're remote, obviously it's going to work great, but if they're in person, it's going to be perfect as well, because along with in the group programming overview, where you can see the entire month of programming, we also put an intent tag with each workout. So we say, this is the best workout this week to help somebody increase strength. This is the best workout to help someone just get fitter. This is the best program to help someone, or the best workout to help someone lose weight.
So I could just choose all the workouts that maybe have that intent tag on it, and then boom, I've got a nice, well thought out program for the client based upon what their goals are, not the fancy workout that I want to write. Yeah,
exactly. Or, if you have all you have to do is match up that intent tag, take the avatar brief that fits them, put that together. Or if you have somebody who's a strength athlete and you know that they've just been beat to hell throughout the week and you need them to have an active recovery workout, you can just find what would be a good weight loss workout, grab the increased strength avatar brief and put that together so they know exactly why they're doing this.
Yes, I love that so much. So, yeah, I totally forgot that you had mentioned to me about those intent tags. I think that is huge.
Yeah. And it makes it, again, we go into delivering personal training. Mm-hmm. How many coaches are actually sitting down and writing out a 3-month program for their clients and not just showing up 15 minutes before and writing down the plan on a whiteboard? We're all guilty of it.
I'm laughing because the last PT client that I had, I kid you not, dude, I wish I had it within arm's length, but I would have like an old school clipboard and a blank sheet of computer paper, and I would write the date, and like the session number, like this is session 15 out of 20. And it'd be like, all right, hey, how are you feeling today?
Yeah.
What did we do last time? Okay. And then I just write it out like that.
Or you misjudge a workout and you have 20 minutes of the session left and you're just throwing accessory work together, trying to figure it out. So we built this so it could be easily used for a 30-minute PT session or an hour PT session, because it also follows the session plan too.
Yeah. Okay, so if people have questions, or if they want to get maybe get their feet wet with this, you were telling me about a free trial that Two Brain Programming has right now.
Yeah, you can head over to twobrainprogramming.com and you can sign up for a 30-day free trial, and that'll give you access to everything. And then if you choose you want to use it, you can continue subscribing through twobrainprogramming.com, or if you want to have it uploaded for you to Wodify or SugarWOD, you can do that. You'll just sign up through Wodify or SugarWOD, and then we'll essentially comp your account on twobrainprogramming.com, so you still have access to all the extra stuff. You're not getting charged twice.
Got it. Okay. And if people have more questions they want to get in touch, I see some questions. I want to answer those too. But
yeah.
If people want to get in touch with you, if they have another question, what's the best way?
Brooks at twobrainprogramming.com is the best way to get in touch with me.
Okay.
If you are a growth client in Two Brain, you can go into the Two Brain Programming module. And in the month overview, there's also a link to book a free 30-minute call with me. Happy to hop on, answer any general questions, see if it'd be a good fit for you and your gym, whether you're using the free version or whether you want to upgrade to tier 2.
Awesome. All right, man. So naturally, the first question is from Coop. He says, is the vest truly superior to the hoodie? Yeah, I mean, I've been telling people it is cold down here in Florida. So I need the hoodie to stay nice and warm. I think it hit into the 50s today, which that's polar for Florida.
Freezing. Yeah. And Allie keeps calling this, my wife keeps calling this my dad vest. So we're getting close to about 4 weeks out from having the kids. So I haven't taken it off.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. So Sandy asks, she says, we purchase NC Fit programming now. Will Two Brain Programming have one workout each day, or will there be multiple tracks, like 60-minute class, 45 minutes, boot camp like programming?
There won't be. So we just have the in-person and the remote. Now, what you can do with the remote is it's essentially more boot camp-esque programming, because it's built with just dumbbells, kettlebells, lighter body weight movements. And I think it really depends on what your goal is, like with a boot camp program. Like if your goal is to have a totally separate offering, like running the remote might not be the best offer for you. But if your goal with it is to transition clients into your like main CrossFit group class offering, then this is a really nice way to kind of get their feet wet, see if they're doing a very similar movement to what the main class is doing.
Got it. And then what about the time? Because I know you said your gym specifically is running 45-minute classes, but right now, do you have it, is the sessions designed for 60 minutes, 45, or is there options?
Yeah, they're all 60 minutes right now. We are running at 45 minutes, so we have to make adjustments to those timelines. We're also a week ahead of everybody with the programming.
Okay.
So if you are out there and you are on a 45-minute timeline, send us an email, because we send out coaches notes every week saying, hey, this is how we're going to modify the session plans to be 45 minutes. So we'd be happy to forward that to you.
Gotcha. Okay. That's great, man. That's super cool. What other questions have you heard, or, did we miss anything that you would like to cover, or that you feel like we need to mention?
I think we covered a lot. I think one of the biggest thing is like coaches buy-in to actually delivering the avatar briefs, and it can be overwhelming seeing all three and asking like, how do I deliver these? Do I have to deliver all three? Do I have to talk to people about it? And, even with our staff, we had questions about it. And what I said to them was like, just be familiar with it. Read it every single day. Deliver the one that you're most comfortable with. And then one day you're going to be walking around and someone's going to say something, and it's just going to come out of you. Like the details of that avatar brief for that person, if you read it every day, are just going to come out of you, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I think the thing that I love the most about this, Brooks, is that it necessitates continued conversation with your clients. Mm-hmm. Because that's for all the great things that tech is doing for us these days in terms of, automating, making things more streamlined, it's never going to be able to replace this, like the relationship that you have. And so now that I've got these avatar briefs where I can go and be prompted to talk to people specifically about, showing that number one, you know what their goals are, and that number two, that you have thought about what they're doing from a client focused standpoint instead of a workout focused standpoint. I think that is the missing link for so many people to really go a little bit deeper with their clients.
Yes, absolutely. And that is 100% why they're there.
Awesome. Well, cool, man. I really appreciate your time coming on to the call today. And for those of you guys that jumped on, gave us a thumbs up, questions, I'm super appreciative of all that. Again, if you need to reach Brooks, a couple of places you could do it, twobrainprogramming.com. That's also the spot where you can find that 30-day free trial he was talking about. You can also reach out to him personally, Brooks at twobrainprogramming.com. Yep. And I'm sure you are in the Two Brain Coaches Facebook group, right?
I am in the Two Brain Coaches Facebook group, and
okay.
also Two Brain Program, or the Two Brain Business group.
Awesome. So if you guys have any questions that you want to post there too, we'll make sure that we monitor it continually, and we'll get back to you right away. Other than that, man, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Josh. Always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Bye.